Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're going to be building the last home for our Oasis Springs version of our restricted packs and budget mini series. So this lot isn't really any kind of budget lot. It's definitely not on a budget. But that's because I wanted to do something a little bit different with this lot, since it is the biggest one in this neighborhood of Oasis Springs. This is the neighborhood where Johnny Zest used to live, and I'm actually building this on the on the lot that he lives in. And it's the 40 by 30 lot in this budget area of Oasis Springs, and I wanted to turn this lot into kind of like a residential street, if that makes sense. Obviously, you can't have multiple households living on one lot in The Sims 4, but you can pretend. So, I wanted to build 3 different homes on this lot. They're all in the exact same, like, Spanish, Mediterranean kind of style that the other homes were in, but they're not budget restricted homes. This lot turned out to be more than 300,000 simoleons once I was done with it. But in all fairness, the 2 homes on the left and the right of the lot at the front are like mirrors of each other, but they both have 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, 2 quite large bedrooms. And then the one house at the back that we're working on right now is actually a 3 bedroom and 3 bathroom house. It has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So they're quite big. They also all have their own garages. Obviously, the one's garage at the back is a little bit bigger, but that's just because the house was a little bit bigger, and they don't really have their own like separate yard areas per se, I guess. The 2 ones at the front have this little kind of closed off yard space, but it's like, I think like 4 tiles or something like that wide, so it's not big at all. And then the one at the back has its own little driveway bit that's kind of a yard, but kind of not really. But they all have this huge like open common area at the back of the lot where I'm going to be adding a pool and a grill and all of those kind of things, so they can gather out there, they can have social gatherings over there, but it's not like it doesn't just belong to one of the families that live here, if you get what I mean. But yeah, so that's the homes kind of, and we're only using the base game, the Seasons expansion pack, the Jungle Adventures game pack, and the Laundry Day stuff pack. And I am using the Holiday stuff pack, but I do include that as part of the base game. Since it is a free pack that anyone can download if you have the base game, I do count it as part of the base game, since, you know, you don't have to buy it. And like I said, anyone can have it. But yeah, I did have to cut out quite a bit of footage out of this build, since after I sped it up, it was about like 30-35 minutes of footage, since obviously I have 3 full houses to show you guys. And yeah, I didn't even record me doing the last house, the one on the right side of the lot. If you're looking at it from the front, where the blue car is standing now, I didn't do that whole house on camera at all. But I do show you guys the other one that's basically just a mirror image. They're basically just mirror images of each other. I do show you guys the one with the black truck. Like, those aren't real cars, by the way. I have had some people ask this in the past, and those aren't real cars. They're just sized up like toy sculptures that you can get in the base game. So yeah, they're not functional, they're just decorative. But yeah, the one with the black truck, I do show you guys that whole house. I don't show you any of the bathrooms in any of the houses, but I do like show you screenshots of every room in all of the houses. So yeah, you guys will see everything at the end of the video if you know, don't want to sit through the whole building process or something. But they're all very bright. They do kind of look similar on the inside, since I wanted them to look very much like they're kind of like new constructions, new builds. So all of the homes on the inside have the exact same flooring, exact same wallpapers and stuff like that, but the furniture is a little bit different. But they're all kind of in the style of the Spanish like style with the dark woods, and it kind of reminds me of Salvadorada. I used a lot of Jungle Adventures in these builds of that pack's furniture. But yeah, They all have lots of like bright colors, bright blues and oranges, and then lots of cream colors as well, and then obviously lots of wood like everywhere. Although all of the first floors in the houses, they all have tile in them, and that's something that I have seen in homes like this, if when I've looked up pictures about it and everything like that, and I've seen it in homes where I live as well. I don't live anywhere that has these style of homes, but where I live, homes usually either have like completely tiled floors throughout the whole house, even in bedrooms, or they might have carpets in like the bedrooms. But wooden floorboards isn't really all that common where I live. At least in all of the homes that I've ever lived in, I've lived in like one home that had wooden floorboards out of like 15 homes that I've lived in growing up. So yeah, it's not that common at all. But yeah, so the upstairs of these homes do have wooden floorboards, since I just wanted an excuse to use the jungle adventure floors. You guys know I love that wooden floorboard, those wooden floors. But yeah, I just wanted an excuse to use those. But yeah, the first floors all have tile in them. And I do just want to tell you guys that if you hear any like, I don't think my mic will pick it up since it's not that loud, but if you hear any like snoring or weird sounds in the background, my dog is actually in the room with me right now, and she's sleeping right next to me. And it's not something that she normally does. She doesn't normally sleep in here with me, and I don't normally record with any of my animals in the room since they tend to make a lot of noise if I do. But she's sleeping and I didn't want to wake her up, and I'm not going to tell you guys her name, since if I say it out loud she's going to wake up and then she's going to start moving around, and dog paws on tile floors are really loud, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, if you hear any weird noises in the background, that's just her, just ignore it. But yeah, we've moved on to the inside of the biggest house, so I guess I'm going to call this like the third house, I guess. But yeah, this is the third house, the one right at the back of the lot, and it is the biggest. Like I said, it's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and I don't show you guys, like I said, any of the bathrooms. I also cut out me doing the little laundry room area. The other 2 homes both have laundry spaces as well, but both of their like laundry rooms are in the like garage areas of those homes. But I figured this one is quite big. It's a lot bigger than the other 2. They have their own separate little laundry room for it. And in this house, I do add like 2 toddler beds. I add one of the bedrooms, I turn it into a toddler room. So I do have beds for 2 toddlers in that room, and I thought doing that in the kitchen would be kind of cute, having this little separate table with the toddler high chairs added. And you know, I added some toys and stuff to the table itself to make it look like the toddlers have been sitting there eating and playing, you know, keeping them busy, while maybe mom is in the kitchen busy with something or something like that. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of blue and yellow and oranges in these houses. I tried to give them all separate themes, I guess. This house definitely has a lot more blue than anything else. There's a lot of blue and creamy colors in this house. So this house's theme is obviously blue. And then the other one that I'm going to show you guys, that house's theme is, I think I made that one a bit more orange. Yeah, that one is definitely a bit more orangey in colors. You know, I added a lot of like orange tones to the house. And then the last house that I don't show you, you know, footage of me building, but I do show you the screenshots of it, is, I think I made that one a little bit more like neutral colored. I do know I added some greens, some bright greens in the living room area, but the other rooms of the house is definitely a bit more like neutral, I guess. I guess that could be a good way of describing it. I know I have some like orange in that house as well, in the third one, but it does have more like neutral swatches throughout the rest of the house. So yeah, all of the houses are a little bit different while still being very similar. And I didn't really know what to do with all of these garages. I wanted to add them for the purpose of like realism and just to make the houses look a little bit, I don't know, more realistic, I guess. and I didn't want to have the houses be really, really big either. So I wanted to add the garages for that reason. But when I did that, I didn't know what to do with them, since, I mean, I could just put the sized up toy cars in the garages, but in my opinion, that's kind of like a waste of space, I guess. I didn't really want to do that. I did that with one of the houses, the one that I don't show you. But the other two, I have the cars just standing outside, and I actually turned those garages into kind of like hobby rooms, I guess. So the garage in this house, like you guys could see, I added some workout equipment and a gaming table and just, a bunch of like toddler toys, I guess. And then in the other house that I show you, that sim will be a bit more into, well, I thought they would be a bit more into gardening. So I added a flower arranging table and a bunch of like stacked flower planters, and there's flower planters in their little like separate like outdoor space as well. And I also thought they might be into art, so I did add a little art corner in the garage. And then obviously the other house doesn't have anything in the garage apart from a sized up car and some like laundry stuff. So yeah, those are the garages. Now for this house, I did want this house to be, obviously all of them are family homes technically, but this one is obviously the bigger one. So I wanted to turn this bigger bedroom into a toddler room for 2 toddlers, and then the smaller bedroom I thought would be for a teenager. So yeah, those are the Sims that I figured would live in this house. Obviously, you can have whatever Sims you want live in any of the houses. I didn't like make any of the rooms very gender specific or anything like that. Obviously, this room does have a lot of blue, but that was just to keep it with like the overall theme of the house. I did that with all of the other bedrooms as well in the other houses, where the bedrooms aren't really themed for specific Sims, but they're just overall like themed according to whatever theme I thought would suit the house, I guess, if that makes any kind of sense to you guys. But yeah, and then the other two houses have, like I said, 2 bedrooms in both of them, but one of them is obviously a master bedroom, and then the other bedroom was actually big enough for me to fit in 2 like single beds into both of them. So yeah, they have 2 single beds in those houses. So realistically, if the Sims didn't have an 8 Sim limit to a household, you could easily have like 6, 8, 10, like 13 Sims living here. So yeah, you could have quite a lot of Sims living here if you wanted to maybe use mods or something to increase the household size. That could work. But yeah, obviously in the Sims you can only have 8 Sims living here if you don't want to use mods. But I just figured I would add in a bunch of bedrooms so that if you guys do want to download this and play with it, with your Sims, you have quite a few like bedrooms to choose from. Maybe lock the rooms, lock the doors to like the other houses that you don't want your Sims to live in, and then just play in the one house. That could actually work really well. So yeah, you could do that. And if you do want to download this build, it is up on the gallery right now. It's up on the gallery under the hashtag ChrissieYork, or you can just search for my gallery ID, which is ChrissieYT. And I will also leave a download link in the description of this video to the online gallery, to the online Sims 4 gallery, where you can just go onto it and you can... I have had some people wonder about how that works, so I will admit I've never really used it myself, but I have seen other people use it and talk about it. So basically, from what I understand about the online gallery, is you go onto it, go onto the website, whatever, and you find, a build that you would like. Obviously, you have to sign in with your like origin like ID and everything, so that they know you have the game and they can add it to your library. But basically you click on the house that you want, and then there's a little button that says add to game, I believe is what it says, or add to library or something like that, and you just click on it, and then the next time that you go into your Sims 4 game, that house will be in your gallery. So that house will be, or lot, or whatever, family, whatever you want, will be in your library, as if you've downloaded from the library. So yeah, that's basically how the online library works, or online gallery works, I should say. I hope that made sense to you guys. But yeah, the one downside with the online, like the online gallery website, is that it doesn't show when you've used custom content. So that kind of sucks. It doesn't show custom content creations at all, unlike the gallery in game where you can just enable like the search for custom content. But yeah, we're almost done with this build. I've rambled about so much nonsense throughout this video. I don't know if there will be another video out this week. If you guys missed it, I made a post on my community tab saying that the videos this week might be a little sporadic since I'm in a bit of a creative slump. So I'm going to take it easy so that I can be, you know, 110% for next week for when Island Living comes out, so that I can make a bunch of early access videos for you guys and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will definitely do a lot more next week. So I wanted to take a little bit of a like mini vacation and only upload 2 videos this week instead of 3. So I hope you guys don't mind about that. But yeah, I hope you guys like how this house turned out. If you did, give it a like. If you're new to the channel and you're interested in seeing more speed builds and a bunch of other videos as well, feel free to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified of whenever I upload a new video. And I also have a Patreon page, which is a great way for you guys to support the channel and just, you know, help me make the channel grow. If you're interested in that, that link is also in the description. But I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys.
Just another Friday in paradise. So bring your A game, 'cause you know this party won't stop. We can never run out of time, simply strong.